Hey guys, I'm Alastair from Trail and Kale, and today I'm reviewing the Hoka Carbon X3. So this is one of Hoka's racing shoes for the road. So if you like to run 10Ks, half marathons, or even marathons at fast paces, then this carbon fiber plate running shoe will definitely get you to the finish line nice and quickly. Firstly, how is it different to the Carbon X2 that came before it? Well, the main differences are the performance knit upper here, which is super breathable and lightweight, and there's a different foam midsole as well. What's great about this carbon fiber plate racing shoe is that it's $200, so that's around $50 less than those high-end super running shoes like the Hoka Rocket X2, for example. And it's got a lot to offer as well for that $200. So I'm going to share all that in this Carbon X3 review. Please remember to like this video if you enjoy it, and share it with a friend if you think they'll find it interesting as well. And consider subscribing to this channel for more videos just like this. I'm going to start off by sharing some of the key specifications of this racing shoe from Hoka. Then I'm going to go over the good, which are the things I really enjoy about the running shoe, the features that really stand out, and why they're good for the performance of the shoes. Then I'm going to share my bad points, things I don't like about the Carbon X3 all that much. Then I will share my conclusion of the Hoka Carbon X3, whether they're worth your money, where you can buy them, some alternative running shoes out right now which are very similar to this, which may also be worth looking at. Okay, let's start with the key specifications of the Hoka Carbon X3 then. They cost $200, which does sound quite expensive on the face of things, but you have to remember these are a carbon fiber plate racing shoe. Many of the super shoes out there go up to $250, maybe even $300. So actually you do get quite a lot of shoe for the features at a very good, reasonable price, I think. They weigh only 9.3 ounces, and that's for a size US men's 9. That's my pair here. I like to weigh all the shoes I review myself for a consistent size, because sometimes in the marketing blurb for these brands or running brands, they list weights for different size shoes, so it's not 100% consistent. So I want to give you the best information possible by comparing the same size across all running shoes. So 9.3 ounces for size US men's 9 is very good. It's very lightweight, especially considering there's a carbon plate in there and a knit upper, which by the way is very light as well. There is a drop of 5 millimeters from heel to toe, which seems very standard for Hoka right now. A lot of the shoes I've been reviewing from the brand have a 5 millimeter drop, and I really like that. Now the toe box on the Hoka Carbon X3 then, I would say is medium to wide. So I'll go over the implications of that and having a knit upper in a little bit. But just know that if you have medium to wide feet, then you will really get on with these shoes. If you have very narrow feet, then maybe not so much. Stability then, they are a neutral running shoe, so there's no additional support in here. If you pronate or overpronate or anything like that, they're very neutral. And the cushioning is responsive, so that's Hoka's way of saying they're quite firm. The most cushioned shoes from Hoka would be listed as plush, I guess you could say. So responsive means you do feel the ground and you get a lot of response. So that is really what you want if you're trying to race or compete in a race and run as fast as you can. All right then, key specifications are all done. Let's talk about the good things about this shoe. What do I really like? What are the key features that stand out to me against the competition? Well, first off, of course, there's a carbon fiber plate. Hopefully you can see it's the black area within the X. When Hoka talks about X within their shoes, say the Rocket X2 or the Carbon X3, for example, they're kind of talking about the fact there's a carbon plate that runs in between the midsole here. So what's so great about carbon plate? Well, they help you run faster. This is true, this is fact, it just does. Effectively, the design is supposed to store up energy as it compresses and bends, and then that energy just gets released as you take off. And it's a really great feeling when you're running with a carbon fiber plate. You're noticeably faster and you will most likely hit more PRs running in them. And that's the reason carbon fiber plates are so popular for half marathon and marathon racers nowadays. Because if you're not running in carbon, then you're at a massive disadvantage. Second feature that I really like about the Hoka Carbon X3 then is the Profly X midsole. That is this midsole here. What's so great about Profly? Well, Profly is a dual layer midsole. What that means is the top layer is more cushioned than the bottom layer. So you get a nice soft cushioned landing, but you also get a very responsive ride because the bottom is firmer and you get that propulsive ride because of it. So you kind of get the best of both worlds within the Profly midsole. And this one here is the Profly X. As I said before, X effectively means carbon in Hoka speak. So yeah, there's a carbon fiber plate going through the middle of those layers. And what that does, combined with the very nice rocker silhouette, so that's that curved silhouette that helps you land from your heel footfall to your forefoot and take off. All those combined, the Profly X, the carbon fiber plate and the rocker silhouette, really gives you that fast transition from landing to takeoff. So I really love that about this shoe as well. Third thing I love about them then is the extended heel tab at the back. So what that does is make the shoes really nice and easy just to slip on. So it's kind of like a built-in shoehorn. But one of the things I really like about it, even more than that, is the fact if you've ever had any issues with Achilles tendonitis where the back of a shoe can tend to dig in or rub on your Achilles, then you're going to love these shoes because that never happens with this kind of articulated heel design that Hoka likes to put on many of their shoes. I love this design. I used to get Achilles tendonitis doing a lot of heel training. But since running most of my runs in Hoka nowadays, I haven't had that problem for a long time. If you are suffering from Achilles tendonitis and you want to know the best, fastest way to get out of that horrible situation, then definitely go read my article all about that up here. I'll put it in the description as well, so you can go click on that and fix your Achilles tendonitis issue. Fourth thing I love about this running shoe is the performance knit upper then. So it's a really nice material. There's a little bit of flex in there. There's no tongue. It's perfectly sock-like. And what that does is when you slip them on, they do just feel like a sock. There's no tongue, there's no adjustment. If you had feet that were on the wider side, you probably wouldn't even need the laces, to be honest. The laces just help to secure your feet within the shoe. So I do use laces because I have medium-sized feet. Super breathable. I like to blow through the upper, put my hand in there so I can see how much airflow is going in and of course how much will go out. And that will tell me how well the shoe will regulate temperature. Final thing I love about this shoe then is the look of it. I love it. It's a really nice, aggressive, fast looking shoe. I love the split colorway that goes down the middle here. And there's lots of different colors for you to choose from. So definitely go check out the product page. I'll put a link down in the description so you can click on that and just see all the different nice colors that are available. What about the bad then? What are the downsides that I've picked up on this shoe? Well, I've only really noticed two things that might affect people. The first thing being the upper that I alluded to before. Now, although this is super comfortable, if you were to have narrow feet, what you will find is you will need to use these laces more than most people to be able to lock your foot within the upper. Now, what that does when you start tightening the laces is, because there's no tongue, this is one piece, you will get this kind of wrinkle effect. Hopefully you can see here. Kind of wrinkles up. And if I over exaggerate that by tightening these up, which you wouldn't do. If you have super narrow feet, then these aren't for you. But you can see what I mean. Can you see that wrinkle? That's going to be wrinkled inside the shoe as well, so you would feel that on top of your foot when you're running. So they're great for medium to wide feet, but if you have narrow feet, then they're not going to be the most comfortable shoe for you. If you're maybe a beginner runner and you're upping your distance, then these might feel a little bit too firm for you. You might want to get a more plush running shoe. Maybe look at the Hoka Mach 5 before looking at this one. I think that would be a much more comfortable, padded, cushioned, supportive running shoe for you. Ooh, storm alert. But then again, if you're a light-footed runner, you're more experienced, you're used to running with a very efficient cadence, then the firmness of this shoe is probably what you're going to expect. It's going to have that racing feel to it. You will feel the ground, but you will get a nice fast ride from it. Great, you've made it to my conclusion, the final section of this video. Is the Hoka Carbon X3 worth it then? Is it worth your hard-earned money for $200? Are you getting enough within this shoe? Yes, you totally are. It's a carbon fiber plate running shoe, and they can go up to $300 for a shoe like that. So if you want to step into that kind of feel or market of a racing shoe, then these are definitely worth trying. You'll get that carbon fiber plate, you'll be able to run faster, and you'll get an understanding of what it's like running with a carbon fiber plate. So yes, thumbs up from me, definitely worth the money. Alternative racing shoes right now then, I guess that you could look at that would be similar to this would be On's Cloud Boom Echo, which is a very fast running shoe. Similar kind of firm feel to it, carbon fiber plate in there, very nice experience too. And then you've got the upgraded version of this, which I would say would be the Hoka Rocket X2, which is a super fast running shoe, and it feels a bit more cushioned and lightweight as well. So definitely check out those two. I'll put links to those reviews down below in the description so you can read about them as well. And if you're looking to buy these shoes, you can get them for $200 at hoka.com. This video is very much complimentary to my in-depth Carbon X3 review, which shares more photos of these racing shoes, photos of me running in them as well, and deeper insights into my training with them and how I've been getting on with them. These are running shoes that I chose to keep so that I can mix them into my running shoe rotation. So any updates that I come across, I add to those reviews. So definitely go check out them. Well, thanks for watching this Hoka Carbon X3 review. If you enjoyed it, please give it a like, share it with a friend if you think they'll enjoy it as well. And consider subscribing to this channel for more running shoe reviews just like this.